The Peugeot 106, in our view, is one of the best super minis around. It's economical, it's refined with a good ride and reasonable handling. It was first introduced in October 1991, so you should find the first examples on a J plate. Again, a good range of engines to choose from 1 litre through to 1.6. A 1 litre like this only produces 45 brake horsepower, so it may struggle a bit when it's fully loaded, but it's fairly nippy all the same. There was one major revision in 1996 with a new interior and revisions to the exterior, plus more standard specification. There are also lots of special edition 106 models around, with extra bits and bobs on. Prices, well, they range from probably early 2000 marks to around 6,000 for the early models, and then the later revised models start about the 4,000 mark, running up to £8,500.
Peugeot because it had the nicest interior and it ran very smoothly and it's a joy to drive.
I had looked around at quite a few other cars, but I decided on the Peugeot 106 as my first car because it was small, economical, and in my case it was in very good condition, and I liked the look of the car and I liked the way it drove. I had £2,500 in my bank, so that was as much as I could spend really. I didn't want to use all of it. I'd like to buy a new stereo or something like that on my new car. What I like most about the Peugeot 106 is that it's small and it's a real pleasure to drive. It's a very nice car. Before the Peugeot, I considered Renault Clios and Vauxhall Corsas. I had a look at both of these, but I didn't find them as appealing as the 106. I'd give the advice to look around, don't just set your heart on the first car you see. Also, just because the car might have a really shiny bodywork, it might not mean that it'll be a dream to run, and it could cost you quite a bit of money. Take somebody who knows a bit more about cars than yourself.
Peugeot 106s, as reliable as we were just talking about the Vauxhall?
Again, if they're well looked after, quite a reliable little car.
It's only a 1 litre this.
Yeah.
Likely to struggle a bit on the motorways?
No, they run very well, these Peugeots. They do go quite rapid. They're a very quick car for the engine size. Very quick. Very lively car. Obviously the engine's a lot later than the Nova engine. But for car, I think out of the two would probably have the Nova, although it's the older car. But the Peugeot 106, a very popular car. We service quite a lot of them, and no problems.
Build quality, good?
Pretty good, yeah, pretty good. What tends to knock foreign cars being French cars, Italian cars, Japanese cars, is availability of parts. Not readily available as the Vauxhall, and you do tend to pay a bit more for them.
What about if you want to service the car yourself, you want to look after it yourself? Is it an easy one to do? Is it easy to get access to all the simple components for doing that? Not
really. Not as easy as the Nova. Few bits and pieces, special tools come into it and that kind of thing, so there's no way you could service the Peugeot 106 as you could a Vauxhall Nova. So whereabouts in the engine compartment are the difficult areas to go for? Well, everything now is awkward to get to, and the Peugeot is a fuel injected car as against carburetor on the Nova, so that brings in special tools, special diagnostic equipment and one thing or another, although it is pretty reliable. Things like plugs are easy to get to. Checking oils and filters and batteries and all them, quite easy, no problem there. It's when you get into fuel injection problems and stuff like that.